happening now.
Fast food chains are starting to take some ingredients off the menu in response to the ongoing Cyclosporiasis outbreak. Taco Bell posting signs saying that they're currently unable to sell lettuce, cilantro, onion, pico de gallo, or guacamole. Cases of the stomach parasite has now climbed to nearly 700 here in Michigan. The health department is currently working to determine what is causing the illness. Previous outbreaks have been linked to lettuce, raspberries, and cilantro.
So health officials today are trying to figure out what's behind a surge in that parasitic illness we've been telling you about, the one that's making people super sick with the explosive diarrhea, with the fatigue, with the bloating. Now, health officials think this could all be caused by contaminated produce. They've seen outbreaks before linked to things like raspberries, basil, those pre-chopped bags of mixed lettuce at the grocery store. This thing shows no sign of slowing down with this spread, right? More than 1,200 cases across a dozen states right now. By the way, in Michigan alone, 700. Yikes. Normally, Michigan, in a typical year, sees about 50 cases. So this is way up. Dr. Kavita Patel joins us now. Why is it way up? What's going on here?
Yeah, Hallie, a couple of things are happening. It's warm weather, and that's definitely a source of Cyclospora, which is causing this illness, is a single cell parasite that just loves this type of weather. On top of that, we've seen record cases because doctors are looking for it. You mentioned that the symptoms are pretty typical of like what we would say is explosive diarrhea. That tends to lead people to come into a doctor's office. But once we know that this is happening, we start to try to track this down, and thus we find even more cases. It has to do with contaminated water, with human feces, getting into that produce, covering low-lying fruits and vegetables, typically cilantro, basil, mixed lettuce, as you mentioned. Those are things that I would warn people. You don't need to avoid, but you need to be very careful in washing those items.
I'd probably avoid those for the next few weeks at least.
And something that we don't talk about enough, open water sources, ponds, lakes. It's summer, so we're in a lot of those settings, and that's contributing to the rise too, Hallie.
Do they know specifically, like we're showing different produce, people know to wash their produce. They haven't identified specifically what could be linked to this particular outbreak, right?
No, and it's hard because the incubation period is about 1 to 2 weeks. So that can be a long period of time. Imagine talking to a patient who's got this diarrheal episode, and then you say, Hallie, what have you eaten over the last 2 weeks? It's hard to get an accurate count. And then think about a single bag of salad that I use all the time. That thing gets sourced from anywhere from 3 to 5 different farms. So identifying and pinpointing this is possible, but it takes time, and we will see more cases in the meantime.
So what are you supposed to do? Like what? Just cross your fingers?
So here's the good news. You can be careful. You don't need to be scared. And don't worry. There's an antibiotic that can treat this. So the key is that if you have these symptoms, present to your doctor. Usually people tell me that they've had diarrhea that just goes on and on for days. It's not self-limited, and that's when we know that we should probably treat this. But what I would do to prevent even getting that diarrheal illness, clean those vegetables that we showed you, especially those berries, raspberries. It can get hard to get in those crevices, basil, those small leaves. Wash those very thoroughly. If you see a bag that says it's been triple washed, it might sound smart to wash it again, but Hallie, believe it or not, that can actually get contamination. So don't rewash things that say they're triple washed. And then in the end, if you've got refrigerated, if you can, refrigerate it. That's the theme here. If you've got cut cucumbers, cut produce, refrigerate it as soon as possible, because this parasite does not like to have that cold environment.
All right.
Okay. Well, this is going around Taco Bell. They have said that they're going to stop serving certain items because I guess they don't want their clientele to get sick. They don't want to get sued, right? Taco Bell restaurants are pulling fresh ingredients from the menu as fast-growing parasite outbreak linked to explosive diarrhea spreads across multiple states. Now, the doctor, she did say that they have a treatment for this, but getting to the doctor to get the treatment while also experiencing some pretty difficult symptoms, let's just say, might be problematic.
I'm Dr. Tim, and since there are so many pesticides and microorganisms in fruit, I do this right when I get back from the grocery store.
First, rinse them under water, then soak in 1 part vinegar, which is acidic, to 3 parts water for 10 minutes.
Then add baking soda, which is basic, to finish your science experiment.
Do you really need to wash fruit with vinegar and baking soda? The truth is, you don't need to give your berries a DIY spa day in a sink full of vinegar water. While it's true that vinegar's acidic properties can help to kill bacteria, and the fact that vinegar is safe to eat, but you can actually just sanitize your snacks using plain old tap water. No washing method will remove or kill microbes completely. The only way to do that is through cooking. But evidence suggests that rinsing produce in water can remove 98% of bacteria and surface pesticides.
It was a gift. I resented it for 3 weeks. Then I filled the bowl with water, dropped the grapes in, and I wasn't ready for that. I watched my daughter eat half a bowl of grapes this morning before I used it. Just rinse them under.
There are fruits and vegetables at the grocery store that aren't packaged at all. And you would want to bring them home and wash them before you're eating them.
Mayo Clinic dietitian Angie Murad says there's no need for soap or a special produce wash. Just use cold water and on tougher fruits and vegetables, a small kitchen brush.
Things like the avocado has a peel already on it, but you should wash the outside. Melons would be another good example. So you want to make sure that you wash them well before you cut into them, because if they're not washed, you'll be introducing the bacteria that's on the outside of them into the fruit or vegetable.
If your produce is packaged, carefully read the label to see if it needs a rinse.
For example, this product is already packaged. It does not say that it's been pre-washed or washed.
So Murad will scrub these cukes under cold water. But she won't do anything to the spinach, which is clearly labeled as having been triple washed.
If it's already been washed, it's safe to eat.
Add the veggies you've already rinsed, and you've got a salad that will be safe and delicious. For the Mayo Clinic News Network, I'm Jeff Olson.
All right, I know this is different type of content for us, but I wanted to bring it to you because, listen, illness is expensive, right? A trip to the doctor could cost you a day at work, a day that you miss with clients. Who wants to be dealing with that? And then you're also going to get a big bill in the mail, right? Even if you have insurance. So I guess the moral of the story here is, me personally, I'll probably take a break until they figure this out. I got plenty of frozen fruits and vegetables. That's just me. But they did say that washing the fruit and vegetables should be sufficient. So a little different content, but everything tracks back to your personal economy. Isn't that right? Talk to you soon.